Hello everybody, welcome back to Developer Log. My name is Greg Bala and today I want to show you how to use the new target system. We're going to talk about calling for support. We have a new way of calling for support. Rather than having to talk to your friends on chat or perhaps email, you can actually do so, actually ask for support right on the map. And let's simulate that. Let's take a look at what happens when I'm under attack. Okay, so here I am. I got 2 attacks incoming. Let me check who they're from. And look at that. Dark General, I hate that guy, he's attacking me. So I'm a little bit scared and I want my friends to help me. I want my client to know that I need support. So what I can do very quickly, I can click here and click this button that says call for support. Once I do that, I can very quickly just click create and an icon is placed above my village telling all my clan members that I'm in need of support. So let's see how that would look like, this call for support, from a perspective of a clan member. So let me switch to another account as I'm simulating another clan member. So here we are looking from the perspective of another clan member, a friend of mine, and he sees this icon that says someone is calling for support, and the little one right here tells him that there is one call for support. So you can click on that and I'll give him the list of all the calls for support from all the clan members, including allies. So let me just click on that. When you click on that, that automatically opens the call for support from my friend and actually moves the map and to the location where the support is needed. So I have this little icon on the map telling me what's going on, and again, if I click on this, I actually have a little message: support this village by a certain time. If I click on this again, it opens up this here, and it can get a little more information. Who is calling for support? So its opener is Bob, Greg's friend. How long ago it was created? Whether it's new, whether perhaps 3 days old, things like that. So let me support my friend. So here I am. I go here, click support, and I want to send my entire 100 infantry, and I am supporting that player. Now I can actually leave a comment and say I sent 100 infantry. Comment. And it's a quick way of me to responding to the person calling for support, saying, hey, I actually did something about it. Okay, so let's go back to my account now and see how that looks like. So again, I'm going to switch browsers. So here's my account. Here we are back. As you can see, I have red line coming in. That means the attack, and I have a green one telling me there's support going. The yellow one you see tells me that somebody commented on the target. So I can go here, click on this support, and actually read who did what. So I know that somebody's sending support. I know how much they're sending. Note that unlike the other my clan member, I don't have the one above the icon. And that's because it's not telling me that there is a call for support here. It's not telling me anything like that because it's my call for support. So if I click here, I can still see my call for support. I can see there's one comment, but it's not alerting me to the fact that someone is calling for support by putting the little one. So let's imagine that I'm a little bit paranoid here, and I'm afraid that my other villages are under attack too, or will be. So here I go, and I actually I'm going to create a call for support on that village without there being any incoming. And when I do that, I can say something like, this village may be attacked, please support. And I can just very quickly create. As you can see, this creates another icon over my village, another call for support. If I go to the list of calls for support, I can see the one that I just created. If I move the mouse over the village, I click on it, it's that message is displayed here. My note is there as well. Note that there is no countdown, and that's because we didn't specify by what time we need support. I'll explain that in a moment. As suspected, look at that, I have an incoming actually going to that village. So I can go in and take a look at my call for support, and if I click this autofill here, what's going to happen is that the system is going to paste information about the first landing, first incoming. So by doing so, I will be able to share with the with everybody else when first incoming is landing on that village. And here is that information in a note. I can also perhaps set a support before time. So this is today at 22:20. So I click here, today at 22:20. Set, save, close. And now everybody actually sees a little timer, which is in addition to the note. Now let's look at what happens when my enemy sent more attacks to my village after I created the call for support. So as you remember, the message on the call for support here says that there is one incoming first landing here. But in reality, if I check how many are incoming, it's a bunch of attacks that are incoming from Dark General. So what I can do is I can update my call for support. I click it here and I autofill, And when I do so, that auto area gets updated with the current incoming information. And my little custom message that I send here gets retained. I can put something different. For example, he is going for it. Help. Not hello. Help. Save. Okay. So this is how you can use the update feature to update the autofill feature to update information about the incoming. Okay, the situation got worse. I see Dark General sending a bunch of attacks. Let me see what he's doing here. So he's sending attacks to a bunch of my villages. So I'm in some real trouble. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's faking a bunch of villages. So what I can do is I can click on summary, and that gives me information about all the villages that he's attacking, how many troops, how many incoming there is, and things like that. Now let's just say I don't have time to manually create the call for support for all these villages. Let's just say it caught me at a really bad time. So what I can do is I can use these buttons to very quickly create many supports for calls for support. And when I do that, that creates a default call for support for all my villages. If I close that, I can see that now all of my villages have that call for support. And it does have the information about how many incoming and when are they landing. So this is a very easy and quick way when you don't have time to really do anything more to basically call for support to all the villages that have incoming. Now again, let's take a look at how that looks like from a clan member's perspective. So let's switch to another account. So here is my clan member, and let's see how that looks like. So now he has an icon, the call for support icon with a 6, telling him that there is 6 calls for support. So you can take a look at that and basically read and decide which villages he'd like to support. So let's just say I'm going to support also maybe this one. I click on here, support. Oh no, I have no support. So I'm going to say something like, maybe it's not the proper thing to do, but let me just say it says, can't help, no troops. And a comment. And again, that puts a little one telling that I've actually commented on that support call. Now let's switch back to my account. I want to show you one more thing. Let's just say that I want one player to specifically defend one village. So I'm going to go here and I want to say, I want to update this. I want to assign this call for support to a particular person. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to type in Greg Bala. Here we go. Set. Save. And what happens is that this target is assigned to Greg Bala. What that means is a few things. One, only Greg Bala can see this target. Nobody else sees it. So it doesn't spam anybody else's, so to speak, calls for support. I can focus that call for support to just one person. Now let's see how Greg Bala sees this. So here is Greg Bala. As you can see, he now has a red 1 or 1 in the red circle. That tells him that there is a call for support specifically assigned to him. And if he clicks on the list, that's actually highlighted very different, and it tells him that it's assigned to you. So Greg Bala knows that I'm specifically calling for his help. Now we can do one more. So let's go back to my account again. Okay, so I can do one more here. What I can do is, this is a target that I specifically assigned to Greg Bala. What I can do is actually I can set an act by time or support by time. And as you can see, the first incoming is May 11, 2057:05. So I click on this target, I add it, and I say support by 2057:05. I click set, I click save, and let me just make sure it works. Right, I have an information what time I need support by. Now let's see how Greg Bala sees this. And as you can see, Greg Bala now actually has a countdown, and that will be the countdown to the earliest target or earliest call for support that is assigned to Greg Bala. So I click on that, I can see that Greg's friend, is calling for support for me, and he needs support by 1 hour in basically 1 hour and 1 minute. So if you want to get somebody's attention to support you, that's a perfect way of making that happen. So this is calling for support in a nutshell. I hope you like it. I hope that's going to revolutionize how you play Realm of Empires. Now I'm going to show you how to counterattack in the next video. See you then.